I want to thank you, man, for coming on Real Talk with LSelb, man. How you been, man, during this time?
Man, I've been good. Just trying to, work on stuff that I need to work on.
Okay,
Yes,
okay.
Travis.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. Now, check it out. What you been doing during this time, as far as workout wise during the quarantine?
Uh, no, I've been trying to stay on task with my team and stuff. I've been doing a couple workouts with them, but other than that, I've been doing a lot of push-ups, a lot of sit-ups, just stuff I need to work on.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. Let me ask you now, T. When did you first fall in love with basketball, cuz?
See, I'll say around third grade, cause I always had football. I used to like football. That was my first sport, and I just fell in love ever since then. You know.
Right, right, all right. It's understandable. It's most definitely understandable. Now, let me ask you something. What made you choose to go to prep?
Mm, I'd probably say probably the coach, cause I knew Coach Steve. I knew he was gonna be the coach, cause he always used to talk to me and he always told me if you want to go somewhere, that's where you need to go. And just talking to him more, he just gave me more yeah, I need to go. This is where I need to be. So and I got a full year ride, so might as well.
Well, he most definitely right about that, man. If you want to, being an inner city black kid, I try to tell him, man, it ain't about the sport, man. It's about you getting the education, man, because simple fact is that's going to take you further in life than anything else in this world. And some get it and some don't, most definitely your coach Steve is right about that. You got to get yourself an education, and being from the inner city, of Erie, you needed education as a black man. So now
Yeah.
let me ask you something. How was your first year there as far as education in basketball?
I mean, it could have been better. I still got more to improve because I'm just a freshman. So I mean, it was decent. I got
Right?
more work to work on though. So it's gonna get better.
It's gonna be now. Now let me ask you something. Now, what do you what do you think about coming back next year? Y'all team next year. How do you think y'all gonna look next year? For the last last 2 or 3 years, man, y'all didn't get past Meadville, so in the District 10 championship.
I
Um,
mean, I'm not gonna say we ain't gonna be too much different, but we losing some good players like Fonzo Q, people like that. So I mean, if we just work hard, I don't know. I think we can win a state championship. I don't know. I'm thinking about it, but I can't just say it from the point of view, but we gonna see.
well, you mentioned Fonzo and you mentioned Q, but y'all still got Liam coming back. Y'all got Mike coming
Oh
back.
yeah, yeah. We
Um,
still got some cats.
Oh, without a doubt. Y'all still got some monsters there. You got yourself, then you got your boy D'Lo. So basically, y'all should be perfectly fine. Prep always be fine. That's one thing about the school here. Prep, prep always they can find a way to win no matter what, and that's just it. I think it's a good decision for you going there. Now, let me ask you something. What's your hardest challenge of last year? What do you think what was so hard? Did you adjust quick? Did you transition quick from going from being in at Mother Teresa to prep?
Oh yeah, it was hard. The competition, all that schoolwork. You just gotta stay focused, positive.
Okay, okay. Now you mentioned Fonzo, and he going to again, and that's good for little Fonz and everything else.
Yeah.
Now who you think gonna step in and take his place?
I mean, I can't just say me. They ain't just gonna give something to me. You gotta work for it. But I don't know. It's a possibility I can, but I just gotta work for it because they ain't just gonna give it to me. I gotta work.
Without a doubt, you got to work. Without a doubt, it's called working on your craft and developing the work ethic. That take you a long way in life. Now, let me ask you something. Now, you said football was your first love. When did you start playing football?
When I stopped playing football, mm, I stopped playing football when I first got into AAU. Ever
Okay.
since I always when I started playing Erie Ice, like Erie Ice. Like Coach Donnie talking to me, he telling me like try it out. I'm like, all right, I'll try it out. And I just fell in love ever since that. So like, I don't know, just talking to people like that already had that experience, it just made me want to play more.
Now, you went to Vegas last summer, which I was there with you. Now, how was that experience, being in Vegas playing with, the Wildcat Elite?
But
Select, I'm sorry, Wildcat Select.
like people they don't get opportunities like that. So like, you gotta take every moment of it. So like, I don't know, it felt good because like, I ain't never been that far from home. I ain't never seen like Zimmer, never before. So like, it felt good going out there.
Yeah, it did, because I never been there myself, I landed there before, just to take another flight, but being there experiencing it was a good experience, like you said, it was high level competition, and that's all that's going to do is prepare you for college. Now, do you think that you can play on the next level?
Possibility, yeah. I mean, I just gotta work. It's all about working, having that mindset that you want to be something. So
Well, me,
it's
my
all up to God.
true indeed, true indeed. It's up to God and it's up to you. But do I believe that you have a chance to play at the next level? Yes. I mean, like you said, with hard work, with a work ethic, working on your craft, anything's possible. Do I feel that you can play? Without a doubt. It's little things that you think. Now, I'm going to talk about this now. What's your weak points on the basketball court?
My weak points, IQ, IQ. I definitely gotta work on that IQ, and I just gotta work on my opposite hand more. Just coming more strong. This off season, it's gonna be better this year. I promise you. But I just gotta work better on this off season.
Yes, that's understandable. Now, what's your strong points on the court?
Mm, I would probably say like, I mean, I got it shot. I ain't gonna say like it's perfect, but I got it shot. Like, and just I don't know. I work in some people on the court. Just knowing like if somebody can't guard me, like just go past it. Just working on a lot of more stuff.
Well, me, myself, and now, what I think you should work on, that's going to separate you from a lot of people, is your mid-range game. A lot of people don't work on a mid-range game. That helps a lot. If you can get a mid-range game, that's going to develop you because simple fact is you got a nice body size. Like you said, you can blow it past a lot of people. You got them broad shoulders. You got to start using those a lot. But your mid-range game will separate you. Like you said, working on your handle and developing a jump shot, one dribble pull, two dribble pulls, work on things like that. That will help separate you from anybody and everybody. Now you coming from Western Pennsylvania. Now being here where we at in Erie, it's hard to get recruited for basketball. Now what do you think that you need to do to get recruited for basketball?
I mean, like I said, it's all up to God's hands. So like, I don't know. Really getting recruited, I would probably say like AAU, one of them. Like, I'm gonna definitely get some shine to AAU. So like, it's all up to that, or I don't know, just reaching out to some coaches, showing them some film, like doing some of that.
You just said the key word, reaching out. You got to recruit yourself. You can't sit
Yeah.
back and wait on nobody to help you get recruited. Now with all the tools we have with social media, you can get yourself recruited. You can't sit back and wait for the next person to do something for you or your coach or this and that. You can reach out to anybody by using any social media network. And that's one of the most key things that kids mess up. They don't try to recruit themselves. Like you said, reaching out to schools and coaches and let them know that you want to attend their program. Now, what do you want to be if you do go to college? What do you want to major in?
I want to major in. I want to say arts. That's one thing I definitely want to major in. And I don't know, like in the future, I definitely like I want to do like what every kid want. I want to go to. I want to go pro. Like every kid want to go. That's one thing I want to do.
Well, that takes a lot of work, T. I'm gonna tell you something, because you gotta realize something. You class 2023, right?
Yeah.
So you take yourself and you take 499 I'm sorry, 99. You got 500 kids in your class trying to get a Division I scholarship, and then out of that, it's only the percentage you're making the pros is like 2%, man. So you keep dreaming, but you got to continuously working. And you got to outwork the next person. You got to realize, okay, well, I got to do. If I'm doing 100 push-ups, I got to do 120 push-ups and put an extra on it. So, therefore, you have to separate yourself from the pack. So, let me ask you something. What do you think? Who was your hardest guard last year that you had to guard last year?
Like in my age group or like
Yeah, in your age group period. Just you high school. We talking about high school. You in high school now.
mm, let me see. I definitely got to give it to my boy D-Lo. That's probably the only one I'll say. Other than that, I don't know who can.
Your boy D-Lo. Yeah, D-Lo's a handful. And I told him the same thing. Work on his mid-range game, I mean, mid-range helps develop a lot of your jump shot, a lot of your three-pointers, and I'm going to tell you something. One thing and one thing only. A coach don't want to see you doing all that dribbling. If you can't get your shot off within 1, 2 dribbles, then they're gonna look at you and like, well, he's not ready. Now, do you have the explosion? Yeah, you blessed with explosion. So that's one thing that you have that college coaches love is explosion, because they can't coach that. They can't, coach you up to have that. Some kids just have explosion, and unfortunately, some of those get recruited more than others. Now, as far as you being, and you have to be coachable. That's one thing about it. You got to be able to take criticism and all that. Now, let me ask you something. Do you hate when people talk about your game?
I mean, it really don't get to me because like I usually get that nowadays, but like I don't know. I just got to use that as motivation.
You're right. Use it as motivation, because the simple fact is when, like I tell all kids from youth all the way to professional, when you participate in the sport, you give everybody the right to judge you, whether it's good, bad, ugly, beautiful, whatever. Learn how to develop thick skin. Don't take nothing seriously. Like you said, use that hatred or whatever bad comments. Use it as motivation. Separate yourself. So let me ask you something. So you say you want, go to arts now. Say you don't make it to the league and you don't may become an artist. What is your plan B? Because you got to have more than one plan. You got to have 26 plans.
Yeah, I
What's your
mean, just get like a good job. I don't know. Continue with my life. Just get a good job. Have a family. Just you know.
That's what's up. Now I'm gonna tell you something. If you get an opportunity, participate in track.
Yeah.
You want to know why? Because that shows coaches that you can compete with anybody. And if you can figure out how to make it to that podium down in Shippensburg, they're gonna come get you. Period. Point blank. I mean, look for instance, Journey Brown. I mean, he beat Leroy Burrell record, but Penn State had to come get him. I mean, they're gonna come get you. So therefore, that shows coaches that you could, participate and that you can compete because you don't need a team. Now, when you're playing basketball, football, you can be a weak link and you can hide amongst your teammates. But when you're in the track and field, whatever, you don't have no teammates. It's just you against that other person you competing with. Now, if they do have AAU, who you gonna be playing with this year?
Wildcats.
Wildcats. Okay. All right. A good organization. Very good organization. Nate, Tom, Corey, they doing a good job getting kids recruited. Donnie, great organization. Stay with them and everything, because they're going to help you. And continuously to stay at prep. Continuously doing your work. And you're going to be all right, So, how your family doing?
We good.
Y'all
Hanging
good?
in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what's up, T. That's most definitely what's up, man. You got anything to ask me?
How you been doing?
Man, look, man, I've been grinding. I've been missing sports just like you, man. I'm putting up old
Man,
reruns and everything else. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, man. I be having interviews. I be getting tongue tied and everything because I'm going through it. I mean, I need to bless my camera upon people, and it's like, wow, and then me being a diabetic, I'm on a list, so I gotta stay, safe and clear because some of factors I can't afford to get that because I got a compromised immune system with being a diabetic. So, I mean, I'm doing good, man. Just staying out the way, man. Just trying to, see tomorrow. Like I told everybody, just keep waking up, man. That's it, and that's about it, man. That's good. Thanks for asking, man. Soon as, man, this thing over with, man. We're gonna get in the gym, man. Get on some Vertimax, man. Help, and then work on a couple things, man. Um, but yeah, that's about it. I'm trying to help out any kid that's trying to come out of Erie, man. And most definitely anybody. I don't care, you black, white, Puerto Rican. If you're willing to listen to me, I'm willing to share all my information because I done been through a lot. I blew scholarship after scholarship after scholarship in 17 months. And had full rides where I walked into the bookstore and my books was already packed in the book bag, but I chose the streets of Erie, and then that led to me going to the penitentiary. Why? Because of the streets of Erie. I thought I was missing something, so that's good that you're not in the streets. Stay out the streets because these streets going to be here way before you was born. They're gonna be here way after we die. So don't choose the streets. Choose what you're doing, man. Continue staying, continue grinding, continue working on your game, man. And once it's done and over with, I'm gonna come get me a live interview with you. Sit down, we can bust it up some more. That way, we ain't got this camera between us and everything else. These cell phones where we can just bust it up. So, man, stay healthy, man. Thank you for coming on Real Talk with LSelb, man. And blessing me, man. No, it's a blessing to have you, man. I gotta start getting more kids from Erie on here, man. That way I could start showcasing more. But it's hard to get a hold to some kids, man. I've been reaching out, but some say they gonna do it and they don't, So thank you, man, for blessing me, man. Continue doing what you're doing. And yo, everybody, this my man Tavion Spencer, class 2023, guard from out of Cathedral Prep. Look out for him. He got film out there. Go check him out, and continue to bless him and continue, supporting him. All right, T, thank you, man. Yes, sir,
appreciate
man.
it, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate the love with you and continue balling downhill, fam. All right.
Yeah,
All
thank you.
right. Peace, fam.